All right, so you read the title and your brain just went, whoa, wait, Ozempic? Like the diabetes shot that all the Real Housewives are on and they're all magically skinny? Yeah, that's the one. Now you're probably wondering why I, queen of ADHD, tangents and rage and Cactus Garden pep talks, I'm talking about it. Well, sit down, grab yourself a coffee. Today, we're about to smash two worlds that most people didn't even know how to cross over: ADHD and Ozempic. And before the hate comments start, no, I am not a doctor. I am not your nurse. I am not your cousin who took a 6-week nutrition course on the internet. I am a woman with ADHD, super fast Wi-Fi, and zero chill when it comes to finding hacks that make life less of a dumpster fire. So do absolutely nothing without talking to your doctor first. Seriously, if you take this video as personal medical advice, you're not only wrong, you're also going to get my eye twitching. And when it starts, it doesn't stop. I'm not here to sell you Ozempic or whatever off-label magic your best friend's hairdresser swears by. I'm here to talk about why people are talking about it and how it might relate to ADHD and why this conversation is a lot more interesting than just weight loss headlines. If you walk away from this video and immediately DM me for a prescription, congratulations, you have completely missed the point. This is a conversation, not a commercial. So think of me as the friend who drags you deep into the dark ends of the internet at 2 a.m. and says something like, oh my gosh, you have to hear about this. Now here's the wild part. There's growing chatter, and yes, some early research, that Ozempic might do more than just help with blood sugar and appetite. For some people with ADHD, it might be messing with the same brain pathways that control impulse, motivation, and focus. So to translate for the ADHD crowd, it might help you remember to eat something besides goldfish crackers and then also get up and fold the laundry. Might, could, possibly, no guarantees. But if you have ever wished you could tell your brain, hey, can we not get distracted by this ceiling fan right now? This is probably worth listening to. Now, Ozempic is a GLP-1. It's a drug that was originally created for type 2 diabetes. And the weight loss thing is a side effect that actually became kind of a main headline. It works by mimicking a hormone, and it makes you feel fuller longer, it slows down your digestion, and it helps regulate blood sugar. Here's where ADHD ears should perk up. GLP-1 receptors aren't just in your stomach and your pancreas, they're also in your brain. And brain chemistry is basically the whole ball game for those of us that have ADHD. ADHD dopamine and norepinephrine imbalances, especially in the prefrontal cortex. Boy, that was a mouthful. This is the part of your brain that says, hey, maybe don't go buy that kayak at 2 a.m. Now, common struggles include things like impulsivity, reward seeking, time blindness, lack of being able to say feel full or have cues that tell you are. So if Ozempic changes how your brain processes hunger and reward, see where I'm going? This isn't just about smaller genes, it's potentially about smaller chaos. Now, early studies and anecdotal reports suggest that some people on Ozempic feel calmer, less impulsive, and more even. If food reward is dialed down, your brain's dopamine loop might stop chasing snacks every 20 minutes. Less chasing food could mean more bandwidth for life. This is the part where the internet runs wild with conspiracy level conclusions. No, it is not a replacement for ADHD meds. No, you cannot just hack your way into a prescription because you're bad at meal prep. But the connection is interesting enough that actual scientists are poking at it. pretty significantly. But wait, there's more. This is where I get excited. Because if it is true that GLP-1 meds affect ADHD symptoms, that opens the door to new non-stimulant treatment options, multi-system management such as weight, metabolic health, and attention, more research into appetite regulation and dopamine in ADHD. And also, real talk, women with ADHD are more likely to have disordered eating patterns. So if something could help break that loop in a healthy, monitored way, that is huge. Now here's the boring adult part. Ozempic can have shit side effects, nausea, GI issues, potential risks for certain conditions. It's expensive, insurance coverage is a complete mess, and there's really no proof on the long-term effects of using Ozempic. Also, this is not a magic fix for your motivation. You still have to do the things. This won't write your emails, schedule your life, or make your ex less annoying. And that's where ADHD strategies come in, and also maybe some AI tools and my channel. Stay tuned. If you take one thing away, it's this. ADHD brains are complicated, and so is ADHD treatment. So if Ozempic ends up being another tool in the kit, awesome. But it's not your first step. Your first step is working with your doctor to understand your own patterns and being open to safe, research-backed options. And yeah, we'll be watching the research on this like hawks at a French fry stand. So make sure you stay with us. If you want the deep dive, all the studies, ADHD-friendly breakdowns, and messy details, I have a free download called Maybe It's ADHD linked in the description. It's basically me in PDF form. Also, if you're new here, hit subscribe. I'm making videos every week on ADHD, especially ADHD in women. And we're about to blow the roof off with new tools, including AI hacks I promise that you've never seen. Now go talk to your doctor before you do anything, and maybe don't impulse order Ozempic from some sketchy website. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that little bell to remind you of our next video on Tuesday. Rock and roll.